Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee where I post a new video every week. This week, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about recording yourself playing with a metronome. Now, this was inspired because recently I posted a video of myself practicing with a metronome, and I captured this wonderful aha moment on camera, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to share this with my viewers. So let's watch this really quick and then we'll talk about it. All right, so that was a lot of fun. Before we get into dissecting everything, I just want to do a shout out to my patrons and thank you, and my channel members, and thank you for supporting my channel. If you like what I'm doing and you like that I'm posting new stuff every week, please consider supporting my channel, supporting me as a freelance musician. It really, really goes a long way, just a little bit. Thank you so much for considering that. All right, so back to this whole recording with a metronome. The reason why I decided to turn to recording myself is for several reasons, okay? So yes, we should be able to practice without recording and be able to play and figure out what we're doing wrong. But sometimes we can't. This is why it's helpful to play for teachers, to play for friends, to play for people for feedback. And then when you record yourself, you're playing for yourself for feedback. It's that extra outside perspective that I need whenever I am faced with a problem that I cannot solve just by a traditional practice session, okay? So it can also, in my case, it can also shed some light on where I tend to, or where a player tends to feel the beat, right? So some players feel it right in the center. Some players are a little ahead, some are a little behind. Theoretically, you should be able to do all of those things because it will give your music a different feel based on where you feel the beat. However, in this case, I wanted to make sure I knew exactly where I was feeling this beat so I could play with my colleagues and be more accurate with them. My intention was to listen back. Well, my intention was to play through it and things fall apart and me not know what was going on. So then listen back and then be like, oh, that's what I did. In the moment though, I figured it out and then I corrected it. So, which is why I shared it with you guys. So the main thing is when you're recording yourself with a metronome, it's to give yourself a different perspective of listening to yourself and critiquing yourself so you can kind of be your own teacher and coach yourself through the process of improvement. Sometimes we can hear little tiny things that we're doing that we don't even realize we're doing until we record ourselves. And especially when it comes to something like timing, that metronome won't lie. You listen back and it is what it is, and you're either right or you're wrong. So I hope that inspires some of you to turn to recording yourself with a metronome, even though it's a little scary, because it can be extremely helpful to really, truly hear yourself play with the truth. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little clip, and I hope you all have a nice weekend, a good week next week, and as always, happy practicing.